look, y'all, as you can see, my hands are slightly full, but I definitely wanted to go ahead and get started here. Today, we're going to be doing something that's very, very interesting in a situation where we're going to get swept up in something, if you know what I mean. The situation here is that this door here is to a restroom facility. You may recognize it. It's been featured in our video about my caulk. But you see here at the bottom where there's a large gap of space there. That is not something that's very comfortable for certain people when they're making poopsie daisies. So we want to go ahead and fill in that gap, and this is where it becomes our video of sweet sweep. In this scenario, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to utilize bang door sweep. That's going to go ahead and drop down to the bottom of this door, and it's going to provide you with the privacy you require for all of your restroom needs. Now, the first thing you're going to notice, damn it, somebody's in here. Oh, what did you eat? All right, so what you're going to first notice here is that my door sweep is stupid big, right? It's stupid big. I don't like it. And it's going to be a problem if I don't get this door sweep sized correctly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on, see this region here? There's a hole. There's a hole. There's going to be a hole here. There's going to be a hole down there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off enough on one side or whatever sides in order to try to maintain having as many screw holes as possible, because it will do a better job of the privacy being maintained. For the sweep, the thing that you want to make sure you keep in mind is that you want coverage, but you don't want to go too low, because if you go too low, this little plastic edge right here, you see that plastic, a little rubber on the bottom, it will wear a lot. You want to basically have it gently caress the floor. You want it lightly kissing the floor. You don't want it hard tonguing the floor, because if it does, it will wear out, much like things in life do with too much time. Also, I do want to point out that this door sweep I got, I had to get it with a Walmart gift card from some catalytic converters that I traded with someone. So basically, I don't really have a situation where I can match the color very well, but from the inside of this restroom facility, if you look, the entire thing is wider than the Senate. So it should be okay. In spite of the fact that I'm in a large fancy pants house, I cannot seem to find me a pencil. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to do marking without it. So what do I do in that instance, huh? What would you do? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and line up this corner. See if it's gonna get 1, 2, 3, 4 places to screw it in. I'm gonna go ahead and line that corner up there, and then I got this here. Now here's where I'm gonna run into trouble. How do I mark this without a pencil? So I don't need a pencil. I don't have to have one, because where I'm gonna cut, I have the blade. Now you gotta be real careful with the blade, because you can damage your skin with it. So what I'm gonna do is put a little mark down here on the edge of this piece of plastic, and we gonna get it to where it'll stay nice and snug as a bug on a rug. So here's where I want to cut. So this material here, you got your rubber. That could easily be cut with a box cutter. I'm not gonna do that right this second, but in this case, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to look into what the Brits call the aluminum part of this, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and sever that at where I have left my mark. And my mark is very clearly right there, if you can see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to cut that. I gotta see what kind of tools I got for it. Because I don't want to use my guns to do it, because my guns might damage it. Alrighty, y'all, here we are. Now this is currently Power's garage. I'm in between living facilities at this point. Currently seeking roommates. If that's somebody who's interested in that, go ahead and hit me up. Zip ties from previous work, don't need them. Look at that, rusty clock. Right. You know the drill, bit. They they're too big for my drill. Now, I'm trying to find something that's going to give me the ability to do a clean edge on here. And it appears that I do not have my blades of sorts. And so what I'll probably end up doing is scoring it a good bit and trying to give it a solid bend with my, guns. All right, y'all, so I'm scoring this. The reason you score it is you get them little lines in there. Much like Einstein's theory of relativity, we want to make sure that things are linear and not curved like time and space. So I'm gonna get it a score. That way when I go to split it, it don't curve on the edge, because that's not gonna be pretty. Okie doke, y'all, here's the deal. I did apply these weapons of mass construction to the metal, and I have succeeded. And it ain't curved. I usually like them curved, but not in instances where I'm using, as the British say, aluminium. All right, y'all, here's what I'm doing now. I went ahead and took these pieces separate, but now we gotta get this back on track. Look it up, y'all. Places, everyone. Like the Hollywood elites say. See that there now? Look at that. That's gonna be firmly placed right on that door frame. Now, it is gonna be gorgeous. So, next step is to make sure that this door sweep is gently kissing the floor. And I'm gonna base it off the higher portion of the floor, not the bathroom floor, because the higher portion of the floor is where it will rub the most. All right, y'all, everybody makes mistakes. I seem to have made a mistake and put the track on here a little too low and a little too tight, and now I can't get the door open. But I'll be all right. I'm gonna figure something out. Well, y'all, got that figured out. Problem here is going to be that this door is closing to the inside. So if I put it on the inside, it's not going to line up appropriately. So I am going to do it on the outside. It ain't going to be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. It ain't going to be the sweetest thing you've ever seen, but it's going to be good. It's going to get the job done. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on this outside edge. That way, when I'm doing this, I can go ahead and say, well, it's definitely here, good spot. The floor's not gonna rub. You ain't gonna get stuck in here forever and have to, call somebody to get you out because you're scared and alone and vulnerable. Because that would be terrible for somebody to have to go through that for 6 hours. Well, y'all, we had a couple little bumps in the road. That's the thing about doing these projects. You think it's gonna take no time at all. You gotta be prepared for a job that should take about 15, 20, 30 minutes to possibly take 6 hours and 30 minutes if you get locked in the bathroom. But much like my friend Mick Hammer, I am too legit to quit. So I went ahead and got myself out of that bathroom, and I went ahead and got this done. Let me show you what we've done. You're making a number 1, 2, or 3. 3 is a very interesting thing that happens. Or say you're frankly just wanting to do a little bit of a blow off the counter there. And you don't want somebody to go down on the floor and either peeping on you pee-poos or, looking underneath there. Now you're in a situation where there ain't gonna be room for that. They gonna have to look around, do sweep, and it's there, it's done, and it's good. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there ain't a sound being made by that sweep, because that sweep is perfectly lined up. So, next thing I'm gonna do, because of this situation, is I'm gonna go ahead in there and take me a steamer. Alright, y'all, thanks for subscribing and liking this video if it was helpful to you. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the bottom of the comment section on the thing. And if you have any questions about any other projects, you can go ahead and contact me through my Facebook's profile, not my marketplace listings, because those are not related to Power's Garage. Those are actually me setting up traps to get catalytic converters and copper wire for money. So like and subscribe. Cool. This thing here's got this little doodad on it. Got like a water knob. I don't know why it says feminine or rear, but I don't know. It must clean the toilet for you. Oh, Jesus! God damn it! Son of a bitch. Great. Now it looks like I didn't take it and tinkle on myself. Son of a bitch. Must be one of them little Francais bidets or whatever they got. Well, I'm gonna go lay out in the sun, I guess, and dry off my genitals.